I believe in life, we're supposed to have more good days than bad days. I don't think life needs to be this constant struggle. Today, I just wanted to make a video on how to have more good days, and implementing these things into your day will guarantee to at least uplift your mood if you are hitting a bump in the road. Something that really helps me is mindfulness. Having mindfulness in my days where I'm just present in the moment are the moments that I feel most at peace. Mindfulness is having that presence within any task you're doing. We get so caught up in living for the next moment, planning ahead, thinking about how to make that next moment great, when we don't realize that all the power is in the now, and we have the power now to make now great. And we don't really have control over the outcomes of what's to come. And we're always constantly chasing what's going to happen next, being prepared as if we're thinking that the next moment has more gratification than the one we're in now. And it's a cycle that we do get caught up in. I definitely get caught up in that, of just thinking I need to prepare for the next cycle and the next cycle, or the next thing and the next thing, and just making sure that I'm doing things in accordance for it to be great. But really, when I remember, like, wait, this is the only moment I have, and this is the moment I need to focus on, that's when I actually start to feel this sense of peace within, and I can actually relax and find this more of a flow state within my days. The cool thing about being mindful throughout your day is when you're truly focused on whatever you're doing, no matter how menial or how mundane it is, or how exciting it is and entertaining it is, that's the moment you have to be with yourself. Having mindfulness is being present in whatever you're doing. We get so caught up for living for the next moment that we lose sight of what's actually in front of us, what we're actually doing. We get so caught up living for the next moment, thinking that's where we're going to find happiness. But really, all the power is in the now. All we have is now. The past is gone and the future is in the unknown. All we have control over is really this moment right now. And when you can find those moments of presence with yourself and being mindful, that's where you feel good. Because when you're so focused on something, or you're in the flow of whatever's in front of you, you can't get anxious thoughts about what's to come, and you won't get those depressive thoughts from the past about things that you miss or should have done better. When you're truly in the present moment, that's where the power is, because that's your moment of creating. And when you can fully embrace that moment, the next moment is naturally going to come and unfold great. Because when you are aligned with the now, you're not going to be creating from a state of worry or lack. You're going to be right there in the moment. To have more good days too, I think it's important to have perspective on the ups and downs. The ups and downs are a part of life, and they are going to be a constant in our lives no matter what. It's important to see the bad days as a time of reflection, as a time of seeing what could I have done better, as a time of checking in with yourself and checking in with your needs and seeing, what do I need right now? Today is not going great. And just knowing that you're going to be okay, because the next moment's going to come, the next day is going to come, and the sun's going to rise again, and you're going to have a brand new slate. You're going to have a clean new opportunity to make that day better. But it's with these bad days that we truly gain perspective on the really good ones. Because how would we know a good day if we never experienced the bad days? They're both necessary to coexist in our lives so we can fully just live as better human beings and evolve and learn from those challenging days, because we learn from our challenges. We don't learn from the great day that everything went smoothly. We learn from the things that went a little bumpy, and maybe we made a wrong decision here and now it's time to correct that. It's just about being patient and having that perspective that at the end of the day, everything's happening for you. And even if those challenges are happening, there is something good that can be learned from it and that can come out of it. Something that I've been trying to do a lot more is to follow my needs. So just checking in with myself and being aware of what I need. Because normally the days I have bad days are when I'm not listening to those needs, when I'm just working really hard, running myself to the ground, or saying yes to everything, and not really checking in with myself and seeing if my needs are met first before trying to meet other people's needs. So, like, for example, today I just wanted a really good cup of coffee, and I don't have coffee every day. because I don't always make time for it or whatever. But today I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this for myself. It's something I want. And honestly, it just made my morning so much better to just be able to have my cup of coffee and enjoy it out on the terrace. See, and just by doing that, my day started off great. And all I did was listen to my needs in that moment. When you follow anything out of your day that brings you joy or excitement or is fulfilling a need of yours, you're gonna naturally feel great, and it's gonna build self-esteem within because you're listening to what you need, and that creates trust within yourself that you will always be there to take care of yourself. You showed up as your own friend, and that's always a win. Because aren't we all trying to be better friends to ourselves? We're so good at seeing other people's needs and helping them out. But when it comes to our own, we sometimes put on the back burner or leave it till tomorrow. But all we have is today and right now. So if you can find little moments in your days to take care of your needs and what you want and what excites you, do it, because I surely guarantee you your day will be better because of it. Another thing that will help you have a great day and just naturally build self-esteem is to accomplish one thing at least every day where you felt like you got something off your to-do list or that you just like did something. A great example of this is just like making your bed in the morning. By doing this, you show yourself that you respect your space, and it kind of makes the space a lot cleaner looking and your thoughts will be a lot better. I notice when my room is messy and chaotic looking, it's because I haven't taken care of my needs, and that's kind of how I feel on the inside. But when my room looks nice and clean and my bed's made, I normally know it's going to be a good day because my thoughts are clear and I'm thinking better because I've taken that time to organize my own space, and therefore I can project myself better out to the world because of it. And it doesn't just have to be making your bed. It could also be doing a workout, doing a meditation, a journaling session, meeting with a friend, just doing something that you've been wanting to do and doing it. And once you accomplish that, no matter how big or small, it will just feel good to be like, I did that, I accomplished that. And a good thing with anything you want to accomplish in your day is to start with the night before. Before bed, sometimes I like to visualize the next day going great. I like to think of the things I need to get done getting done. I like to visualize myself doing those things. I like to see myself at work having a great day. I like to see just things flowing and easy. And when the next day comes around, I have more ease in accomplishing those tasks because I've already cemented in my brain that I was going to do those things. Throughout your day, I think it's important to find moments where you can intentionally take care of yourself. I kind of mentioned this earlier of just kind of taking care of your needs, but setting aside time every day where it's just for you, even if it's waking up a little bit earlier so you can enjoy that quiet time with your tea, or reading a part of the novel that you've been dying to read. Plan at least one thing in your day where it feels like you're prioritizing your own joy. Even if it's just time to watch Love is Blind on Netflix. Just let yourself indulge a little bit. Like, life is meant to feel good, and it's okay to have moments of indulgence, of course, healthy indulgences, but allowing yourself that time to not be so structured and just getting things off your to-do list done, but rather enjoying little moments of your day where you have set aside time to just give to yourself. There's such a simple thing as just using your breath, because days, like I said earlier, you can't always control the outcome. We can have a vision in mind, but sometimes things just go a different way than we had planned. So having your breath and using it as a tool is going to help you overcome those challenges. I think when we have those bad days, it's easy to get down on ourselves or feel overwhelmed or anxious or angry in those moments. And I think before reacting to those feelings, it's important to just pause and take a breath. And just doing that resets your whole space, and it will put you down a different trajectory versus if you were just to react right away to that thing that made you upset. When we can actually take control of our reaction to things and our emotions, we can better calmly go into the next segment of our days. So if you do start to feel overwhelmed or out of control, or things just are going a mess, just remember you have your breath. You don't have to buy something outside of yourself. Like, your breath is always going to be with you, and it's the perfect tool to use anytime you need a reset. The last and almost most important tip of today would probably to just be looking for the gratitude, looking for the things you love throughout your day. Anytime you have a moment of downtime where you're not talking to someone and you're just kind of alone with your thoughts, whether it's your commute to work or you're on a walk after work or whatever it is, you're cooking, washing dishes, start to notice your surroundings and make a list of gratitude to yourself. Like, oh, I'm so grateful for my healthy body. I'm so grateful for my fridge that's full of food. I love my family. I love my friends. And just kind of raising your vibration in this way. It's such an easy way to recalibrate and realign with what feels good. Because when we're thinking of high quality thoughts like things we love, things we're grateful for, those negative thoughts like depressive thoughts, thoughts of anxiety, thoughts that our inner critic says to us, like they won't be able to get in because you're thinking thoughts of love and gratitude. You can't be thinking a positive thought at the same time you're thinking a negative thought. So might as well focus on the positive. And I know it's easy to kind of get sidetracked and just let the monkey mind roll, but in those moments you do catch like, oh, I could be so grateful right now. Like I'm so grateful for the public transport system taking me to work, or I just love the way the flowers smell as I'm walking by. Just making these little lists to yourself throughout your day is just going to keep your vibration high, and naturally things will begin to unfold that are matching in that vibration versus it being in a worried mind state. And if you do catch yourself in that worried mind state, don't forget about your breath because it's a perfect way to recalibrate. It always surprises me when I make these lists of gratitude or things I love because it's always way greater. I have so many things to be in love with and grateful for versus the things that I perceive as problems in my life. It's almost like you can tell instantly how much abundance and gratitude we already have. And yes, we're always working towards greater things. And yes, we may have little tiffs along the way and little problems, but there's always going to be more love and more things we're grateful for than the things that are causing us trouble. Not every day is going to be the perfect day, but with these tips, I hope that it can at least make it a lot easier to get through the ones that are bad or not going as you planned, because these are just great ways to just realign the energy and find your equilibrium again to have a great day. And like I said at the beginning of this, I think we were made to have more good days than bad days. So by using these tips, I guarantee, we'll definitely start having more good days.